Alright, YouTube, hello. Here we are for game 3. This time it's us playing the Roos, and we're facing Delhi on high view. I think this matchup it's okay if like both players can win. I'm not sure who it's favored for actually. Anyway, we just go for the standard builds, just two in a hunting cabin, house and lumber camp, and then we just gather sheep with the rest. Barely realized the rally point on time. So we're just gonna be triple sheeping, scouting, sorry. We're gonna aggro those wolves and then try to not be a shitter and lose my scouts. I remember kind of struggling with this. And then this scout is gonna go into the bottom left. So yeah, you want to just aggro the wolves so that your opponent can't, but you gotta be sure to micro around, which can be pretty hard when you're on triple scout. Which is also why it is kind of like, okay, you can have that one deer. I'd rather focus on my other stuff. So yeah, I do keep him alive. Keep him alive. Right, so just the classic roost stuff going on. Should always make sure to split off these. This guy doesn't have any sheep coming home, so that means I should split off my vills so that the sheep don't run out. I kind of realized it here, but it's a bit too late, so I need this sheep to come home soon. This is where I can get wheelbarrow. I don't know, it's so much to do with Roos in H1. But yeah, we got pretty decent bounty. I mean, these sheep really need to come home now. I think I have like a little bit of idle time because of it, yeah. I got 2 vills doing fuck all because of the sheep not being home. But it's not the end of the world, just some small idle time. Okay, so what's important in this matchup is where do the boars spawn. Sometimes you can get like a boar here, which is great, because if you build your base there, then you're also denying a sacred site. In this game we got it here and here, which is kind of bad. It's kind of unlucky to get them on the sides. Because if you base at the boars now, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, you're not contesting a sacred site. And it's good in this matchup to build your base at the boar. Maybe I should be doing this earlier, just denying his goal with all my scouts. So I probably should spend less time looking around for more wolves and stuff, exploring the entire map, and just go there earlier. And I also think I should drop a tower here. Because I'm saving up for TC, that's the plan. And now we're gonna just walk, like, these guys are gonna go on a little walk to the boar. But I would have enough wood to get tower and a TC, so I think I should have definitely towered for some extra resources. But it's not the biggest difference, I mean. Okay, so we got the boar, and we're gonna make a TC here. Preferably I would like this to be like next to a gold mine as well or something, so you have something else to rally to. But I'm just gonna maybe rally to wood or something. We got a tower down as well. I figured this would be a nice hunting cabin for some gold and get some hunts. And we're just leaving the sheep for now. So he goes horseman. I didn't spot that. I was kind of scouting around. I saw double blacksmith. I did see the stable. I just didn't see the horseman here. So comes in for the raids, and we're just gonna go knights to counter them, and to have some sort of map presence to try to deny his sacred sites. So I think so far not that much has happened. It's just kind of like building your stuff. But I do think I've made a mistake here. I think I should probably try and tower the middle sacred sites, because as of right now, he's kind of gonna get this one and this one for free, and this one I will protect. But I think going second TC in exchange for him getting one sacred site, that's fine. Going second TC in exchange for him getting 2 sacred sites, then it's not that great. So I do think I should probably try to get a tower down here before I get into the boar or something. But this also comes down to the boars being in unlucky locations on the sides rather than in the middle, as I talked about before. Let's say the boar was here, then I had my TC here, and he couldn't be doing this. So we're just gonna make knights first. We've seen horsemen and bows, so I figured just going knights would make sense. This knight should definitely be going there. And we're gonna try to get the range defense. I think I wasn't sure if he'd seen my stable, so I didn't want to show my knights. I think that's why I was just standing there for now. I couldn't contest this because of a horseman being there as well. So vortix doing all the little things right. Yeah, we're just messing with knights. And I felt like maybe I could just overrun his army since he's making bows. If I got a decent knight mess together, and then I can start contesting the sides. I think moving out now is a mistake. Should wait for the ranged armor first. But it's still knights against bows, so. So this is kind of... Yeah, so this is why him going... It's gonna make that sound, that's annoying. Okay, can't get it. Let's get the sound to go away. So him going double blacksmith first means that he already has the extra attack. Which people usually don't do by now. So I really like his build there. Like he has attack and armor from getting both attacks at the same time. Which was a play I didn't really see people do yet. Just double blacksmith before anything else. Denying this, I also made a tower here to make sure that he can't get it. And to defend my gold. So this is kind of just being my rally point for my second TC. And I'm using the gold for knights or trades or whatever. I saw some pikes, so I started just going knight bow here. And then I'm mostly want to just overrun them with the knights against the archers. I'm gonna have the range defense now, so the knights are gonna perform a lot better. The archers will do 2 damage each shot instead of 3, which is a big difference. We lost this hunting cabin earlier. I think I should have tried harder to defend this. Now we're gonna eat up our sheep. So we're at this point I was mostly just kind of looking at the situation. Maybe I could contest the sides or not. Maybe he would run away or whatever, you know. Maybe he feels like he can't find me and would run away, and then I could just get the side. But I see that he has too much, so I just need to keep messing up units. This is just like could come in handy at some point. Like if I start to take the side and want to push out. So we're gonna go back onto this hunt now. I think it would be smart to drop a tower as well. Just gonna go to the berries. The boar ran out, so we're gonna start getting this hunt as well. And at this point I feel like I have a significant mass to start contesting. But I have allowed this sacred site for like 4 or 5 minutes. And if I had built a tower early on, it would have basically been 175 with investment to deny like 5 minutes of sacred sites. So we're just gonna take the fight here, try to micro out the pikes with the bow. Although they're also sometimes shooting the horsemen. And then as the anti-cap dies, I was hoping that my knights would just break through the bows. But I didn't manage to get there, and I'm starting to fall behind. I'm doubling down onto the knights. Oh, not yet, but I'm gonna drop more stables. I felt like I need to somehow get through to this archer ball that he has. He sees this, so I should definitely get a tower. Getting some upgrades. Actually, if we kill a boar, we would go to 500 bounty, so that would be something to consider. So he pushes out to the second DC. Don't feel like I'm in any position to hold this. So I was just hoping to do some counter raiding. So I checked this hunt, and then I went to check these berries. You know, sometimes it's kind of hoping on some kind of miracle raid isn't that bad. But these berries already disappeared, and he wasn't on the hunt. So I didn't find anything, and I just lose my TC. Making a tower here as well, trying to keep this safe. And I buy stone to get arrow slits in both of these. So I'm not sure where his army is heading. It could be going here, or it could be going to the sacred sites. But I see it here. I guess only the Ram had his own plans. So we've lost our second TC, but we do have a Vil lead, because we have been on second TC for a while. Trying to snipe out the pikes. But I think the problem here is that his archer ball is just too big. And in such significant mass, they will kill your knights, even though I'm producing from double stable. So yeah, we needed a couple more to just start cleaning the bows. But he just cleans up my bows and then got pikes to reinforce, and I gotta run. I just can't seem to clean up his archer ball. So yeah, now we're doubling down on it. Maybe we should have done this earlier, to be honest, looking back at it. I think we could have already been on 4 stables for a while. I was still flirting with the idea of going H3. But I think in hindsight, maybe I should have just done this 4 stable thing earlier. And then I maybe would have had enough numbers to break through to his army. But yeah, I wasn't sure if he's gonna H, if he's gonna keep messing up. Most people with Delia, they want to hit H3. So I was kind of expecting him to do that. All this sort of stuff, it should just be towered. So he's doing another ramp push, just like in game 2. We're kind of trying to get a big enough mess together to start contesting it. Yeah, there's no way we can kite, we just kind of gotta take the fight head on, even though it's knights against spikes. If we kite, we're just gonna get killed by his bows. So we clean up the pikes here, and we still have a couple stables producing. But the archer ball is just too big. And he can just kind of kite them out. yeah, eventually they do go down, and I don't have the food production anymore. Like this hunt runs out, so my night production kind of falls flat. And then we just can't contest anymore, and that's the game. So this was an interesting strategy that he chose. So what he did, oh, it doesn't keep me in the replay. Okay, so what he did is that he decided to make a market, and then all the gold that he got from the sacred sites, he was just selling it for food and wood to keep production going. Um, it's an interesting thing you could do with Delhi, which not a lot of people do. Like most people, they just try to hit H3. But actually, Delhi just staying H2 can be really strong, and I think he showcased that here. So yeah, that was my series against Vortex. We lost 0-3, and losing is part of the competition. So you live and you learn, and I did learn something in this series. I think this first game, Delhi against Mongols, I think the H1 pikes was probably a mistake. I'm still not 100% sure how you want to play this matchup, but I believe just hitting H2 and then contesting is probably better. Absit against Bruce. This is definitely a matchup I'm still unsure about. I think definitely favorable for Roos. And then the last one I think was the closest of the series. I think partly it was unlucky with the boar spawns being on the sides. If I had a boar in the middle, I would have probably kept him on one side instead of two, which would be a significant eco difference for him. Basically means that he can't be buying so much resource in the market, and his mass will be smaller. And I also think either I want to commit to H3 and then you just go like try to go men at arms or upgraded knights. That's an option. Or if I stay H2, I should just get a bit better mass together first. Also get my ranged armor finished before I engage. And I stayed on 2 stables for too long. I think there was a period in time where I just had a lot of stuff in queue, which could have meant quite a significant bigger army if I had like 4 stables earlier. So this was the most interesting game for me, but end of the day, Vortex just a better player, and it's fine to lose, and that's that.